All right, welcome back, everyone. And our final guests on the show, we have Robert Nakagawa and Coach Wayne Roane, and they are representing the Boy Scouts of America. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
Yes. So let's bring it back a little bit. Let's share with our viewers a little bit about who you are and your background. Coach Wayne, we'll start with you first.
I'm Coach Wayne. I've been in the community for over 15 plus years, is dealing with the youth and bringing education to them, just trying to present opportunities for them to just kind of, get out of these streets. So I've known my story, that's for sure.
Excellent. Robert.
I'm new to the Delaware community. I just moved here 2.5 years ago from Denver, but I'm originally born and raised in Hawaii, so lots of fun.
Nice.
Got to do scouting from the 50th state all the way now to the first state.
Wow. What is it that you love about the Boy Scouts? Let me ask you that.
When I first joined, it was a job. When I joined as a professional, it was a job. But it's since turned into a ministry where I believe that we are changing the world one child at a time through our values and our programs. Our founder of the organization, Lord Baden-Powell, started in 1908, started scouting to hopefully create peace in the world.
Oh, wow.
And if we had all of our youth involved in scouting, living by the values of the Scout Oath and Law, which is what our mission is about, we would achieve that. I mean, all the challenges we have in today's society, we could fix if everybody lived by the values of the Scout Oath and Law.
What are those values? I'm interested now. I'm like plugged in. Like,
so our values and our mission is to instill the values of the Oath and Law in our youth to make ethical choices over their lifetime. So the Scout Oath is, on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And then the Scout Law is, a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And at every meeting, before we start the meeting, we start with those two items. Start with the pledge, the Scout Oath, the Scout Law, and a prayer. And we go into our meeting. And for these young men and young women to advance in rank, they talk about how have they been living by the values of the Scout Oath and Law. And in today's society, we talk about, the presidential debates and all these other things, but we don't teach politics, we teach civics. And our kids learn to get along. The Scout is courteous and kind. So it doesn't matter what your background is, your ethnicity, your faith. We come together, we do scouting together, we learn together. And yes, we teach camping in the outdoors. That's the carrot that draws our kids in.
Right.
But it's those values that get reinforced at every single meeting. It's the character education, it's the leadership development they learn by attending troop meetings, that they're learning how to plan and coordinate their own campouts. It's project management and leadership, which is a practice skill.
Yes.
And the more they practice those skills, the better leader they become, the better they become a project manager, they improve their grades in school, so many opportunities. And we've all been teenagers at one time or another where we go through adolescence. Whatever mom and dad says is not cool. Scouting is such a great tool for parents, especially single parents, because they need all the backup they can get. We're not going to fix the relationships, but as a single parent, if you are one, scouting provides you an opportunity to have extra role model figures that if they speak into your child's life on, hey, you should clean your room, it's a whole different thing than if mom or dad is saying, clean your room.
Right.
It's like an additional support system.
It really is. We're a village. We are one village here today to work together.
And it truly does take a village. We say it often on the show, we say it often in our own lives, that it does truly take a village to,
It does.
I guess you would say, I don't want to say survive life, but
Shoot, you can say survive.
go through life successfully and strong, and have that support system within the the Boy Scouts. That's I guess you would say that's almost like the perk of joining. That yes, you're offered all of these resources and education, and you're learning lifelong skills that you could take into your career ambition. But I also feel that you're but you're obtaining friendship and brotherhood.
Exactly.
I feel like that's also another
lifelong relationships with these kids that join at kindergarten or whatnot, and they go through scouting together, and I get to attend these Eagle Scout Court of Honors, which is the pinnacle of our young men and young women earning the highest rank in scouting, and they will share the brotherhood or sisterhood they have in scouting now that young women are part of our program as well. I have 3 daughters and 1 son, and we get to do scouting as a family. They're separate troops. I have a boys troop and a girls troop, but we get to do scouting as a family together. And in today's society where, as parents, we're just so busy, to be able to do scouting as a family, and instead of having to take my son one location, my daughter another, different nights, different times, We can do scouting all on one night. This weekend, we're going camping. So it's just something that we get to do together that just continues to build that family relationship and our bond as a family.
So let me ask you this. I know when I was growing up, Boy Scouts it wasn't popular in the hood, all right? So I'm wondering, how did you become, I know you, right?
Right.
How did you become a part of this and why?
And that's a great question. I think, as Rob mentioned, I think right now what attracted me is the whole diverse, bringing the whole family on. All right, instead of just, boys, it's about the girls, the whole family aspect now. So as you know, I've definitely been dealing with families through sports. So now instead of having a sports platform to reach the youth, now I have a platform of everything to give to them. And as we know in our city in Wilmington right now, we have a age gap where they have no opportunities, resources, just things to do, and our crime rate is just going crazy. Things that's happening in the city is just, hey, that's a whole nother show, I'm sure.
Right.
But, all in all, just having that platform for our families was the main thing for me. And that's what really pushes this scout reach and this outreach approach that we're doing.
And if I'm correct, it's not just Delaware.
Correct.
Right? It's the tri-state area.
The tri-state area, Delaware, Delmarva, the whole
Right.
peninsula. But obviously this is a national program. It's a worldwide
Right.
program. My daughter is actually going to the World Jamboree next year in South Korea.
Oh, wow. So anybody that's listening that wants to be a part, wants to be a scout, they don't have to be from Delaware, they don't have to be from the tri-state area, they can be anywhere around the world, and they can join. They can join, and they can obtain these
Scouting
skills.
is for everyone. We want them to all join. They can simply just go to bascout.org, type in their zip code, and they'll find units in their neighborhood.
What's the ages? Because she was trying to sign me up earlier.
Hey, we'll take you on. We'll take you on, Ivan. We can always use more
But it
help.
is a good question. So what's the youngest and
We
the
start
oldest?
at kindergarten,
Okay.
and we actually go until 21, where we have our venturing and exploring programs as well. But
Okay.
our bread and butter is typically from kindergarten through senior in high school, so 18.
Okay.
But we do have the venturing program that you can stay in longer till 20, 21, as well as exploring, which is a little known program that we have that's a career-based program. So if kids want to explore a career in medicine, we've got a partnership with Christiana Care, where they can learn what it is to be in the medical field and things like that, whether it's police, fire. I mean, we can find and start exploring posts so that young men and young women can start practicing that vocation or skill.
Right. It's actually quite nice that you have this, I guess you would say
Pathway.
extended, well, yes, pathway, but also the extended age program that above 18, because 18, 19, 20, and 21 are transitional years
Absolutely.
for a young adult, going into adulthood, but also going into college.
Right.
And I'm sure that this was implemented because so many young teens, as they go into college, they realize, okay, no more scouting, can't do it anymore, I've aged out. Now they need the most support in that moment because they're transitioning to college, into their young adult years. So having that support system, going back to the support system, is even more imperative. So that's nice that you have the additional years, what they call it, the venturing program.
Venturing program and
Venturing
exploring,
program,
yeah.
excellent. That I think is, no, I wasn't. I think I would have been a great scout.
I'm
I
sure you
really
would
do.
have.
I really feel like I would have totally embraced it. The only thing is, and my mom and dad are probably watching and chuckling right now, I was never really into camping.
Okay.
So that was the only thing that I
Outdoorsy.
probably would have never gotten into. But you never know. It's never too late for me. But
Come
I
on, let's
still,
go do it.
right.
Let's go camping.
I never got into camping growing
Say
up.
yes.
I know. So my parents were like, she would never like camping. We would have signed her up. But you know what? That's okay, because I'm sure that they not only, you don't have to love camping, but
Right.
you're learning survival skills.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I think
there's-
that is what's really important.
The skills.
There's so much more to it than just the camping and the outdoors. You know,
Right.
I mean, they have such amazing merit badges. I wish we had when I was a scout.
Right.
I have welding merit badge. Kids learn to weld today in our merit badge programs. You know, composite materials. So back when I was in the islands, we had composite materials merit badge, where they would learn how to deal with fiberglass or composite materials and make an ukulele or a surfboard.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's so many cool things that our scouts have access to that just, I mean, about 130 different merit badges that could all become different career fields for them.
We're talking about straight skills, from soft skills to hard skills, that these kids can transition from teenagers, from adolescents to teenagers,
Correct.
on up to full-fledged adults.
Absolutely.
And creating these kids and letting these kids become like perfect, amazing people in society.
Right.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And-
I didn't even know the Boy Scouts was that. I just thought it was camping growing
No,
up.
I
you
saw-
know?
So I also want to throw in there too, with our local public school system and stuff, they don't have that like our voc technical schools, where they're teaching them trades and stuff like that, giving them opportunity for jobs.
Yeah.
This is a way to reach out to those local schools to give them an outlet for those kids to kind of create an opportunity and create a career base for them so they can make money in that age gap from 18
Very
to
nice.
21 that we was talking about.
Right.
Are you getting a lot? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Clearly, we're very,
excited.
Yeah, we're very excited about this because
Right away,
this organization offers our youth so much more than
Yes,
what I
yes.
think the outside may perceive.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Absolutely.
think that it's so important that you're here on set, getting the word out, educating our viewers that hey, it's more than just camping, like you
Yeah,
said.
yes,
And I
yes,
love
'cause I
that.
definitely
I
wanted
love
to-
that. And I
yes.
also. I just thought about this because you talked about occupation and working and building those career skills and working skills, is that it looks even better on their resume.
There you go.
That's correct.
There
That
you go.
is,
That is one
That's
of the
like a
carry-outs,
no-brainer. Like
absolutely.
if someone came in to apply at my restaurant and I see a scout, like whatever it is, like scout on their resume, that right there, they got an interview right away.
Yeah.
Because
They
I
know
know
how
already,
Wow.
I know already that they have the foundational skills, the communication skills. I mean, respect. Right? That's through experience and
trustworthy.
Yes,
I mean, the
honesty,
biggest
like-
expense for most companies is internal theft, right? But I mean, to know that your employees are trustworthy,
Right.
It's our first one on the Scout Law. It's so much of that. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And there's organizations that will only hire when they see that Eagle Scout. There's organizations out there right now that have nothing but Eagle Scouts in
I believe
their
that.
organization running it.
Because they
they
know.
know what that kid has
Right,
done
right.
by the time they're 18 to get
Smart.
that badge.
And I didn't join till I was 15, when most kids are trying to get out, but
Right.
it was because of that Eagle Scout rank that I was told that if you get this on your resume, it'll help you in college and scholarships and all these other things, and it made sense to me. Unfortunately, I love the outdoors,
Right.
but it stuck. I got to work at summer camp for many years, and I became a professional where now I feel like, I'm kind of a minister of scouting, if you will, to kind of just share
Yeah.
what the
Right.
community doesn't know about our program, because there's so much more.
I am so stoked over this interview,
Me
right?
too, me
Because
too.
I feel like I got educated here.
Right, me
Like, I
too.
didn't know, it was that in depth of the Boy Scouts, and thank you both for coming on and allowing us to have you as guests, because I
Right.
think that more people in the community hear this thing, you can sign up, like better citizens they will be. October, you have a benefit ball coming up. What is that?
So we have, we're recognizing Chase with special award, Citizen of the Year award. So, and the proceeds for that event is going to help support our programs, like some of the things that Wayne is doing with our Scout Reach programs, because we want everybody being scouting. We don't want any financial barriers to keep people from joining our program. So we have assistance up to like 75% off for kids to join our program, so that we can, again, carry out our mission of instilling those values of the Scout Oath and Law. So that big event helps us to fund our programs, provide subsidy to families that participate in our programs. We have an event coming up next weekend, or this weekend, down in Dover at our headquarters at Anchorage Scout Reservation. And families can come down and register for that event. It's a family adventure day. We have rock climbing, fishing, archery, BB guns, whole bunch more other activities, tie-dye shirts. And families can come down and participate in that. Just register online at our website for our Family Adventure Day
Okay.
at Anchorage.
Excellent.
Love it.
Not
I tell you-
just camping.
Not just camping.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that one more time on the community camera. Okay.
Not
This is the
just him.
community camera here. That's you talking to the community. You go ahead and just let it rip. Tell them everything. All right. It's right here. Go ahead and you can tell them.
So we want to invite the whole community, come on down to Anchorage Scout Reservation, 1910 Baden-Powell Way this Saturday. We start at 10 o'clock. Please register online so we know you're coming. It's dmvc.org, Family Adventure Day, and you'll find it at Anchorage Scout Reservation. Our activities will be going from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We've got rock climbing, archery, BB guns, tie-dye, fishing, all kinds of activities on our property at Anchorage Scout Reservation this Saturday, the 15th.
Yes. please come on out.
Thank you,
We
gentlemen.
should go, Vincenzo.
We have
You're more
so
than
many
welcome.
events to
I'm
go to, and
gonna
I
give
love
you
it.
the badge. I'm gonna give you a badge.
Robert, Coach Wayne, thank you so much for joining us
Pleasure,
on
pleasure.
Good
Thank
Morning
you. Thank you
Wilmington. I
both.
know that our producers are telling us we have to wrap it up because we ran out of time,
ran out
actually.
of time.
As you can see, we could have kept chatting with you all morning, but thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedules to come on set to share with our viewers everything that you're doing with the Scouts and, obviously Boy Scouts of America and all the opportunities it offers. So thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Of
Thank you.
course.
What's up, everyone? It's your main man, Big Ob, the talk of the town, Mr. DETVCH.com, and I'm here with my wonderful and amazing co-host.
Vincenza.
We just stopped by to tell you to be sure, if you want any information on what's going on in Wilmington and to meet some dynamic people doing some amazing and great things, be sure to watch us live on Good Morning Wilmington on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Oh, Ivan, 10 a.m.
Which he said, 10 a.m.
Listen to me. That's why he has me here. But yes, tune in live, 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday on Good Morning Wilmington.
DETVCH.com.